Hey, Tony Gassins here. Somebody sent me a video of, I believe it was Lala talking about shooting her shot. And Lala, the TV host, and believe maybe she was married to Carmelo Anthony. But what she described in the video, she was on the Breakfast Club, is not actually shooting your shot. And what she described is really what a woman should do, in the sense of when you meet a man, just being nice and, hey, how you doing, type of thing, just with a little extra friendliness. And it's other ways to go about it. So if a woman sees a man online and she follows him, that in itself is enough. Like, he's gonna see his notifications and see that you followed him. And then if he misses that because he has a lot of followers or something, when you like his post, he's gonna eventually see that. And if he doesn't see that because he gets a lot of likes, when you comment on the post, and the comment isn't anything like the eyes, like you looking at him, or a smoochy face or a heart. The comment is more so amen, or something that's just, in support. Some women have this misconstrued idea that to get a man's attention, you should debate with him or argue with him or come at him. And yes, you get his attention, but in a negative way. Don't make him want to get to know you in a positive light. And if he does want to get to know you, it's really just to stick it to you for having too much mouth, in his opinion, and then him moving on. But you just being there and watching his stories, that's another way, especially if the guy doesn't have a lot of followers, and he'll see that. So I have talked to mentees, that young men that I've coached, who have met their girlfriend, baby mother, fiance, wife, all different, levels, through Instagram, and through the woman liking a picture or watching a story or making a comment. None of that is technically a woman shooting her shot. That's really just being positioned. It's really just being there. When it comes shooting your shot in the literal sense, what it means to me as a man is a woman approaching a man and saying, hey, how are you? I saw you and wanted to come ask you, are you taken? That is a woman shooting her shot. And that is unattractive to real men. And it'll be some men who call themselves real men, and they say that that's not unattractive, or that's what they want a woman to do. Well, if you feel like that as a man, you taking the easy route. You're taking the easy route, and you're not developing the character that you need as a man to lead a household. If you want the woman to come shoot her shot at you. And as a man, if you didn't see her, then you weren't supposed to see her. That means you're not in the head space to meet your wife. You're not looking for your wife. If your head is not on a swivel and you're not paying attention to your surroundings. And then also, what men have to understand about women who shoot their shot, it really is in literally shooting their shot. Like, hey, how you doing? Can I have your number? Or you look good, or I thought you were attractive. I wanted to come introduce myself and ask, are you taken? Meaning the literal sense of shooting her shot. That is a state of desperation. That's a state of, I'm tired of waiting on men to approach me. I'm tired of not being approached. I'm tired of men looking at me and not saying anything to me. So I'm going to take this situation into my own hands. And what those women don't understand is that the man is looking at you and not saying anything to you because he is not attracted to you, or because he is taken, or because he doesn't have the confidence to approach you. And if he does not have the confidence to approach you, he does not deserve you. Because a man needs to have the confidence to approach you if he's going to be a leader and a provider and a driving force in the household. If a man is too insecure and too unconfident to approach a woman, he's not ready for a relationship. Because if he doesn't have confidence anywhere else, he needs to have and develop the confidence to go get his wife. Because that's the one person. If he's an introvert with the whole rest of the world, that's the one person he needs to have confidence with. And I'll tell you, the first time I shot at my wife, she was on crutches, and it was her with a shorter white girl, and they was walking, and I walked up to them, and I was like, hey, are you single? And she was like, no. And then I asked a friend, well, are you single? And she was like, no. I'm like, neither one of y'all ain't single? And they were like, no. And I'm like, oh, because I would have took either one of y'all. And they laughed and went on about our business. And then later, I seen my wife again in the mall. I didn't know it was the same person, because the first time she had curly hair, had her hair, down, and it was curly. And then the second time I seen her, she was at work. Excuse me, I had a little piece of lint on my hat. She was at work in the mall selling jewelry in the middle of the mall. And I just thought it was a cute young lady, and I was always looking for me a little one-night stand, always looking for me a little something. And so I approached, act like I was about to buy some jewelry. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. So do you have any charms? Because I had a little necklace, a little Figaro. And I'm like, you have any charms? She's like, oh yeah, here they are right here. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, well, how much is this one right here? She pulled out, oh, it's $280. I'm like, okay, well, what about this one? Okay, all right. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna make a move on it today, but let me ask you before I go, do you have a boyfriend? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, can you have friends? And she was like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, well, can I have your number? And she gave me a number. And then we never talked because she had a boyfriend, but come to find out, he had been acting a fool and wasn't doing what he supposed to do. So she was getting ready to leave him anyways. And then after they broke up, she hit me up and was like, hey, we broke up. And then that's when we started talking. And then she realized I was crazy. So then she left me and went back to him. And I went back to my ex, and then she broke up with him because I think he cheated on her or something. And I still with my ex. Then I bumped back into her. But all of this, she never shot her shot at me. Like, when she seen me walking through the mall, she didn't say, hey, you remember me? I'd have thrown it up in my mouth. And so, ladies, listen, don't let society trick you into thinking. And what you have to understand is different types of men. It's two types of men, a grown boy and a grown man. Any man that says a woman should shoot her shot is a grown boy. Point blank period. I don't care if he a counselor, if he a therapist, if he a principal, if he a preacher. The Bible say a man who finds a wife finds a good thing and receives favor in the Lord. The man is supposed to pursue the woman. The man is supposed to go find his wife. The man is the hunter. The man is the provider. The man is the go-getter. It is not a woman's place to be going out here searching for her husband, looking for her husband. Because whoever goes seeking and finding is also need to be the one who leading and providing. So you can't go out and take the initiative to seek and find, then want to take the back seat and be provided for. That ain't how it works. That ain't how it works. So listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you now. Get this in your spirit. Don't let society fool you. If you want to shoot your shot, just get in his eye line. Get in his eyesight, or get in his social media network where he can see you, and let the rest handle itself. And if he don't approach you, look, I got over 900,000 followers on Instagram. If you add my story to your story, I see you. And I got over 900,000 people. I can't shoot a shot at you because I'm married, but I see you. So I see every last person who add my story to their story. Every last person. That's and all that's saying is I support this. That's all that's saying. So imagine doing that for a single man. If he like what he see, he like your presentation on your page, he gonna shoot his shot. Done. You don't have to get desperate and thirsty and aggressive and assertive and going, hey, how you doing? I want to know if you sing. No, absolutely not. That's how us real men feel. And every man that I respect, that I done talked to, and I see him as a real man, because men know men, say the same thing. Say the same thing. The men who say the opposite, they is little ugly, or they used to be little ugly, or they insecure, or they immature. They not looking for a wife. They not ready to settle down. They want to sleep around. They want to play women. They want to have something that look like they almost serious, but really don't want to be serious. That's the only type of men that I hear say a woman should come up to me and tell me that she think I look good and she want to know if I'm single. That ain't how it's supposed to go. That's not manly. That ain't man-like. That ain't manly. And fellas, we got to do better. We got to do better. Got to do better. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. I got to coach a client. God bless you. We'll talk soon.